Yes, you've caught us in mid-browse of the newspapers. It's our international press review. Ruben Easy is here with a stack of papers and all the stories. Where would you like to start, sir?
Well, we'll start in the US. Just the first reactions coming into last night's Democratic debate in Las Vegas. Really just on the websites thus far, not a great deal of analysis, but the big thing that's coming out of it is we've got a headline from the LA Times there. They're using the word feisty, and that seems to be the main feeling, as this was a much more fiery debate than we've seen in the past, particularly from Hillary Clinton, referring to the other candidates by name and so on. For the first time she's done this, really Hillary on the offensive for the first time.
There she is in the picture there, standing up in an almost Christ-like stance there with the arms outstretched. Maybe she saw the film Titanic, who knows?
One by the image consultants, perhaps?
Probably, yes, probably. I think you're right there, definitely.
Moving on, story from The Guardian. Now, this is a great story. It's on their front cover. Now, we all like to pick up a few souvenirs when we go on holiday, Mark, but this one really takes a biscuit. This is a Saudi prince, the ambassador to the UK. £3 million worth of goodies picked up on foreign trips. Now, this was all paid for by his former secretary, who now says he wants the money back. And we're not talking a few T-shirts with the Eiffel Tower on here. We're talking things like luxury watches for more than €500,000, a fleet of quad bikes, antique guns, crocodile skin bag from here in Paris for €18,000. Best of all, I think, €183,000 on a night vision system from the US for his Hummer, and even a white chinchilla cat, something like Dr. No might have had.
My girlfriend is lucky if she gets a Toblerone when I go on a trip, but there you go. That's the difference between the Saudi guy and me, I suppose. What's next, sir?
A little story from the Telegraph, the UK broadsheet, just about the sort of a growing trade war between the US and China. This is a committee in the US accusing China of widespread industrial espionage against US companies. They say there are Chinese scientists and engineers working for US companies that are trying to get hold of secrets and send them back to China by any means possible, including theft, says the article. So, and this obviously amid all sorts of tensions about the value of the Chinese currency and so on. So that's likely to cause consternation in the White House.
Still something like $250 billion or something, so massive issues there. But China's specialists at sort of taking an idea and then sort of using it in their own way to make their own product for less than everybody else, aren't they?
Not always their own way.
But this hint of espionage is quite interesting, isn't it? I suppose.
Next, we've got
You've got even more. You've been working very hard.
We've got the New York Times. This is an amazing new skyscraper designed by the French architect Jean Nouvel. We can see a picture of it there. I think it has this extraordinary sort of tapering form. The Times calling it the most exhilarating addition to the Manhattan skyline in a generation. And it's got a little apartment at the top, which has been modelled on the one which Mr. Eiffel used to have at the top of the Eiffel Tower.
And quite a coup for the French architect to get to design that as well.
Very nice. And lastly, if I've just got time...
You've got time, Ruben. We'll give you time.
A few journalists probably nursing a few hangovers this morning. Yesterday was the third Thursday in November, meaning, of course, it's
Beaujolais Nouveau!
Beaujolais
I'm getting too excited. Shouldn't get too excited.
Precisely. It's not the greatest of wines, I'm well informed, sort of light-bodied red wine, but it's certainly a very effective social lubricant. 50 million bottles of it knocked back over the space of just a few days, and we can see a photo there from Le Figaro. There's some people in Japan, so it's popular all over the world, even enjoying a Beaujolais bath.
I love the way you described that, an effective social lubricant. Very good. Lots of people are quite snobby about it, but it's a good easy wine to drink, isn't it?
It's certainly popular for those of us who aren't sommeliers or any great experts in the field.
Yeah, but we're experts in how to drink it. Ruben, thank you very much. That is the International Press Review on France 24. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Stay with us.